So with autism, we see amazing results, and I'm not trying to be hyperbolic here. I just think it's amazing. I'm very humbled by how people have so grown. I've worked with people with autism that had trouble focusing. They often had issues with anxiety, a combination of anxiety. They had trouble looking people in the eye. They had trouble paying attention, or they become overly fixated on logic or knowledge or a particular thing they're into, whether it be something in science fiction or Legos, or kind of just very fixated. Now, all of us get fixated on some of those things, but I think for people who struggle with autism, it's a comfort. I think of autism is still a mystery, and I think of it as like the brain flu. The brain doesn't feel very good. And so when we don't feel good, we kind of withdraw, and we can't function too well. So I always encourage parents to look at alternative things as well. And a lot of times they have. What can neurofeedback do? We usually see results within 5 sessions. The person calms down, their sleeping improves. If they were having trouble wetting the bed, through neurofeedback and a few tasks, they stop wetting the bed. Comfort devices that they needed to hold on to begin to not be so necessary. Probably the more dramatic things I've heard, people will say, "Mommy, I'm sorry, I haven't been treating you well. Please forgive me." And it's like, how do you go from not really being so adept at connecting socially to having such insight to know that they weren't the best that they could be socially? That's what's astounding to me, and I see that. I've had parents say that I feel like my son or my daughter is hugging me for the first time, that they're hugging back. I've seen kids where they had such sensory sensitivity, they just couldn't participate with other kids. It was too noisy. They couldn't be at a holiday gathering. It was just difficult. And a year later, they're able to experience that holiday very normally. I mean, you see videotapes before and after, or pictures where they're looking in the eye. Very rewarding. Something is happening with neurofeedback for sure. And I think the body and the brain, I mean, it's all one, but wants to develop. And I think what neurofeedback does is help them get unstuck. Yeah, no, I think it's a really important thing to look at. If anybody out there struggles with autism or mild autism, go find a neurofeedback practitioner and try to do some work around that. See what happens. It's definitely worth looking into.